Welcome to Community Connection. I'm your host, Tracey Christensen. I have as my guest today Bill Holterstrom from the United Way of Utah County, and he's here to talk to us about the Everyday Learners program. This is such an important program, not only for our children, but also for every member of the family, because it's not just about the learners, but it's about those who are willing to share their knowledge and help the children. Is that right?
Absolutely true.
Tell us about why you started this program.
We finished a community assessment last year and discovered a few interesting things about our community and our state. The one obvious thing is that we're a very young state with lots and lots of children. We also discovered at the same time that in our third grades here in our county, for example, 3 out of 10 children are not reading at grade level. We also learned from a recent Annie Casey Foundation study that if a child is not at grade level at third grade, their chance of graduating decreases fourfold.
Graduated from high school?
From high school. And if you are low income and cannot read at third grade level, you have a 6 times greater chance of being a high school dropout.
That's incredible. That's frightening.
And those issues create so many negative consequences for the future of a community. Those families, those individuals have a greater chance of being incarcerated, greater chance of living in poverty, greater chances of having poor health indicators, greater chance of so many negative activities that if we can only intervene early, we can change that direction.
Were you surprised at those results from our community?
I was actually quite surprised. I thought that we were the community in the state that valued children more than anywhere else, and I think we do value our children. But I think we may have been forgotten what we can do at such an early age to affect the direction of their lives.
So the Everyday Learners program is kind of geared to that under 8 age to help so they can reach that benchmark in a good place?
Our immediate focus is trying to get kids ready to read at third grade, and that starts very early in life.
So what can we do in the community to get involved?
There's so many things. They're both formal and informal things that can be done. Whether it be just starting to talk about books with children. I have some great examples of people that I've run into. Whether it be a grandmotherly type woman who said, I'll invite all the children in my neighborhood over every time they finish a book, and I'll give them chocolate chip cookies.
That's great.
I have another friend who has found a single mom in her neighborhood who just doesn't always have the time to read. So she goes over 3 nights a week and reads with the kids.
That's great. So it doesn't have to be necessarily a formal thing set up by the United Way.
There are both formal and informal activities. On the informal side, it can be so simple as sharing more books, asking about books, starting a homework club, inviting the neighbor's family along with your family to take a tour of the zoo or the museum and read the displays and talk about them. All of that will help.
That's great.
In addition to that, there are formal things that can be done. Those things are in the schools. We need more readers, tutors, and mentors in the schools, in numerous community programs, but both are going to be necessary for us to turn the direction that we need to turn.
So how many everyday learner helpers do you feel like you need? And if someone's watching and says, I want to do something, but I don't know what to do, what should they do?
We actually have a goal in Utah County for 10,000 everyday learners. But I remind you, this is everyday learning activities. This is not trying to spend 80 hours doing something. This is adding that extra hour in your life here and there to become an everyday learner. That's
great. Well, we appreciate the efforts that you're making. I think that it's so important. I'm grateful that my second grader's grandparents have a box of books for his birthday. So I'm excited about that. It's so important. Here at 11, our goal is to bring you information about local programs and activities that serve our community. Please visit KBYU11.org and click on the Community tab to learn more about Everyday Learners and how you can be a part of this vital program. We thank you for being with us, and we hope to see you next time on Community Connection.